All right, look, on my channel, we get straight to the content now. Right now, I'm watching Texas A&M play Miami. So I'm watching college football, cleaning up. It's Saturday, catching a little vibe, right? Some of the dumbest people in particular fan bases have to be the boxing community. Sorry, my nose got an itch. The UFC community and NFL sports fans. Not all of them, but I'll say most of them are dumb. Even the quote unquote experts are dumb. So I'm watching after the Jake Paul versus Anthony Joshua fight, right? Now, in my last video, I actually literally predicted. I think you could fast forward the video to the 7 minute and 35 mark. I literally predicted exactly what was going to happen in the fight, right? So what happened in the fight, I wasn't shocked. So someone shares a video of Brendan Schaub talking about the fight. And Brendan Schaub is a grifter and a scammer. I repeat, if you're not familiar with Brendan Schaub, do your research. Brendan Schaub is a grifter and a scammer. And I used to like Brendan Schaub, but then he got on this right-wing journey, had to cut him loose. And now he just grifts on anything. So he's like, oh, Anthony Joshua didn't throw a right hand the whole fight until the 6th round. That's weird. He's calling for like this conspiracy type thing with this fight. Like, oh, it looked fixed. Like, it looked fixed, like Jake Paul was meant to survive, and then Anthony Joshua was going to knock him out. Now, if you go to my last video, I literally predicted this like perfectly, right? If you watch Anthony Joshua in fights, he is a stone, basically. Now, tremendous power, right? He's a huge guy. He might be the most in shape 6'6" unathletic black dude in the history of the world, bro. So I knew if Jake Paul moved around, Anthony Joshua would have trouble. So Brendan Schaub says, like, have trouble like catching up and like knocking him out. But like I said in my last video, I predicted he'd probably catch him 6th, 7th round if Jake Paul gets tired. That's what happened, right? So Brendan Schaub's like, it's just weird because Anthony Joshua couldn't cut off the ring and he didn't land the right hand. Well, that's because literally Jake Paul was running the whole fight, right? He was running the whole fight. So you got one guy running the whole fight, and then the other guy, Anthony Joshua, not really good at movement and very stiff. Yes, it was going to take time and fatigue to kick in for him to break Jake Paul's jaw like he did. But you just get the MMA fan base, and not, this time it wasn't the boxing fan base. It's just the MMA fan base. But you got to remember, I'm 40 years old. I literally watched the first UFC ever with my dad and my Uncle Bernard, right? A lot of these new UFC guys, I'm telling, like, y'all gotta listen to me when I say this. I don't got no reason to cap to y'all. A lot of these new age UFC guys, they actually didn't grow up watching UFC. So when you see these dudes like MMA Guru and stuff like that, these dudes are like race fans. They're not in it for the love of the sport. They're in for it because they're in the love for people that look like them beating up people that look like me, or people that look like them being at the top. See me? I don't care who it is. Like I said, I'm an NFL fan. In my lifetime, Christian McCaffrey is one of the greatest running backs I've ever seen. I don't care if Christian McCaffrey looks like me or anybody in my family. He's great. I love Christian McCaffrey, right? But you got a crazy racist demographic in UFC, like UFC fan base, and MMA fan base. And it always been like that because you still hear these stupid conversations where, listen, in combat sports, if you're a wrestler, if you're a boxer, like whatever your sport is, that's your sport. It's always, oh, a wrestler could beat a boxer. Oh, a jiu-jitsu person could beat a boxer, right? So they go with this breakdown. But as they break down these fights in the street fight, it's always like, well, the wrestler's going to grab you, right? Okay. You got a way better chance every time of just one hit and quitting someone with a shot than using jiu-jitsu or wrestling in the street fight, because let's say the dude's doing all this shit and the dude just grabs his finger and breaks it. Or a dude try to gouge your eyes, or gouge your eyes, or a dude just grab your nuts. What the fuck do you jiu-jitsu and you wrestlers be talking about in a fucking street fight? Somebody grab you. Or if a dude sticks 2 fingers up your nose and presses all the way up and then tries to pull up, like, what? We can finish all of this very quickly if I land this right hand and knock you the fuck out, and then I could just walk off. Now, yes, UFC is the most efficient form of fighting, but when these pure wrestlers talk or these pure jiu-jitsu people talk, it's the stupidest shit ever. Like, they got, like, but it's a bunch of fucking nerdy ass white guys. That's the problem with the MMA fan base. That's the problem with UFC. These are like racist fans. These aren't fans of the sport. They don't got love for the sport. There's fans like me in there that actually got love for the sport. These modern day UFC fans are race fans. They don't got love for the game. It's like I live near an area that's mostly Eagles fans, right? Eagles fans don't have a love for football. They have a love for Eagles football. That's it. So if you start to talk to an Eagles fan, about football, well, they don't know what the fuck is going on. They only know about local sports. These are like certified groupies, right? But I'm just shocked that everyone is like, yeah, Anthony Joshua should have been knocked him out. Yo, Anthony Joshua is stiff as hell, bro. He's just super powerful. So it was going to take him a while. But the fact that everyone's in shock, and I'm not going to lie, it was pretty entertaining. But then you got to see a guy and see, listen, I'm not trying to get political, but you got to be cautious with dealing with Trump supporters and Trump. It's always, and see, I'm black, so I can speak for the black community. Yo, a lot of times, fighters in the black community are not given credit just for being tough. No. And some of the toughest fighters of all time are black. Most of the greatest fighters of all time are black. But we don't never give credit to toughness like the Mexican community or white people. So I say that to say this, right? Donald Trump's talking about, oh, Jake Paul this and Jake Paul that. Dude, when is it cool to show admiration for a dude that not only got knocked out, got his jaw broke after talking shit and trolling? What is this? This is that right-wing society. It's soft as fuck. Y'all think it's hunting and eating elk meat. No, it's a lot of bitching, crying, and runner-up, second place medal mentality type shit. Not second place, that participation trophy shit. That comes from not my people, other people. I grew up in the inner city. If you grew up in the hood like me, I never even seen a participation trophy in my life. And even the young bulls that's still in the hood, and like, let's say I go somewhere like Camden, and it's still like football leagues and stuff like that. There is no participation trophies in the hood. That's some suburban stuff. Sorry, I hate to tell you that. So when Trump talks this, oh, Jake Paul, he did good. He shows toughness. Yo, that's participation trophy shit, bro. He got knocked the fuck out and his jaw broke after trolling and acting tough. What the fuck are we talking about? I just wanted to touch on that. Like, subscribe, turn your notifications on. I got to finish watching college football. I'm out, y'all.